And we have coming up as major sports return in the United States with this man, Dominick Cruz, getting set to step back into the octagon against Cejudo. And you heard a little trash talking there. It's your first fight, Dominick, since 2016. How does it feel to be finally returning to the octagon?
It's been really good. It's been a fun trip so far.
Can you give us a sense of what this process is like? You've been doing commentary. You've been sort of doing what I do. And I can tell you right now, I'm not set to step in there and fight against anybody. So what was it like to have to turn that switch back on?
Oh, it's been a lot of fun because, you know, that's what I am actually, as a fighter first. And I got to get into the commentary to heal from broken ulna and then a blown out shoulder. With those two injuries, I've been out for a while, but here I am. I'm back. And it feels good to be back into what I started this thing in.
It's a similar reason that I got into broadcasting in the first place, and here I am 30 years later, I'm still doing it. All right, all kidding aside, this, of course, is a UFC event unlike anything that has ever been taken place before. What sorts of measures is UFC taking to ensure your safety and everyone else's involved?
Well, for instance, this morning, I got to go in and get this swab test. They're going to shove this thing way deep into my nose and make sure that I don't have the COVID. Every day we're going to be getting tested. We each have our own saunas to cut weight in. We each have our own rooms. We're all separate. They're only going to have two people in the arena, or two opponents in the arena at one time. And they're going to be moving in shifts, so there's not going to be a lot of people around.
Yeah, I'd love to hear a little more, if we could, just about how these conversations took place, because we've had Dana on here multiple times, and anyone who's followed this knows Dana White wanted to get UFC back as quickly as possible. There was a date set before. It wasn't the right time then. It is now. I'd love to hear any more you can tell us about what went on behind the scenes to get this ready for this weekend.
Well, you know, Dana had to deal with it the most, really, and it was not easy. And you can tell, even dealing with the commission out here in Jacksonville, they're very, very strict. They're trying to make sure that the measures are taken to keep everybody safe because, you know, if the whole world's on lockdown, that means we have to follow those same measures. Masks everywhere we go, gloves everywhere we go, temperature taken everywhere we go, and the whole hotel is completely locked down. So everything is locked down, just like it would be at home for everybody else. The only difference is the person we're fighting is completely tested. So when we face each other, we're completely positive. Neither of us has the virus. And so when we face each other, it's just going to be two people fighting. All
right. Obviously, this is something that all UFC fans have been waiting. I think all sports fans have been waiting for a big event like this. So we get it Saturday night, you and Cejudo in the octagon. What should fans expect to see? What's the show going to look like? What's the fight going to look like Saturday night?
Well, you know, Cejudo's coming from a huge background. He's got Olympic wrestling background. We grew up in high school wrestling in the same era. And then it was destiny that we were going to meet at the top here. And I had the belt. I had the most records in the division, most title fights in the division. And, you know, I've been hurt for a while, but there's a lot of stuff that I bring to the table that are going to present a lot of problems for him. I'm a little bigger in stature, but he's strong. And in his size, he comes with explosiveness. So I just got to make sure and educate my game plan to make him fight my fight.
All right, listen, it's coming up Saturday night. It's UFC 249 live from Jacksonville. It's the most stacked card in UFC history. You'll see Tony Ferguson taking on Justin Gaethje for the interim lightweight championship. And then here we are, Henry Cejudo defending his bantamweight belt against this man, Dominick Cruz. It's on pay-per-view at 10 Eastern. To order the main card in English and in Spanish, go to espnplus.com/PPV.